What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you guys are having a great day today. Getting into this episode of GH, I actually kind of like the scene with at Charlie's Pub with everybody with Sunny, Phyllis, Nina, Sean. I like the scenes. Nina needs to stop this. Woe is me. I'm the town pariah. Crying BS. Nina, stop it. Stop the foolishness. Yes, you are the town pariah for now. I mean, I feel like in due time, maybe some people will let up. Maybe. I doubt it, but one can hope. But she should have known this was gonna happen. Ain't no sense in crying about it every other episode, telling people how you're the town pariah. Ain't no reason. You should have known this was gonna happen. Come on now. Um, she really gonna be the town pariah one day when Sunny decide probably to leave Carly and be with her. I got a feeling it's gonna happen. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Something about them just tell me Sonny really got some feelings for that woman. Um, I'm happy though that Phyllis decided to manage Charlie's and stuff like that. I wish Sonny, instead of having her manage it, I wish Sonny would have just signed over ownership to her, but Phyllis probably wouldn't have took it more than likely. But I am glad that she's gonna stick around and take the management position, and just run it or whatever. I'm glad, because that woman lost too much in her life. Her husband, her business, and I don't think her and Lenny had any children. So, you know, at least now she has something, something to look forward to every day. So I'm glad about that. So Sonny and Sean basically reunited, giving each other a hug and stuff. Sonny made him an offer. He was like, "Listen, whatever you need to get back on your feet, I got you." And Sean was like, "Nah, we square." Sean, sir, I listen. I understand you want to be all nice, but fuck all of that. You got some money out of Nicholas' ass. It's time for you to get some money out of Sonny. I'm just saying, like, you work for that man. You basically went to prison behind some shit he wanted you to do. Because remember, Sonny's the one who ordered the hit on Drew at the time when he thought he was just Jake Doe or whoever. He just he ordered a hit on him. So that's what Sean went there initially to do in the first place. And then the whole Hayden mess happened. So in my opinion, I would have got some money out of Sonny too. I would have told Sonny, "Yep, just write me a blank check. I'll fill it in. You can sign it." That's what I would have did. The hell with all that. Sean need to get his damn coins. You already got your money for your nonprofit. That's all going into the charity. Now get you some money for your personal bank account. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Get your hustle. Shit, you got all these wealthy people about to write you a check. You better take it. Times is hard. Like shit, I would have took it. Times is too hard not to take it. Hell yeah, you better come on with it. Run me my money. Um, that's what I would have did. So anyway, Sonny and Nina was talking or whatever because Nina's happy that Phyllis is gonna manage the place or whatever. And Sonny was like, I'm generous just like Mike is. I care for people. I say yeah, Sonny and Nina about to do the do. Soon enough, they gonna get it. They gonna get it in soon. Um, I could definitely see it. I could definitely see it happening, and I could definitely see Carly ready to bitch slap her even more than she is right now. I could definitely see that happening. So anyway, moving on from that, I am so freaking happy that Trina basically feels the same way I feel about Jocelyn and Cameron losing their virginity. She basically feel like it's an impulsive decision. I said, thank you, Trina. I'm glad somebody get it because it is. It's very impulsive. Like you're doing this all because Esme was teasing you about being a virgin. That's why, and she claims that's part of the reason. Okay, but that shouldn't be none of the reason why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like the sole focus for losing your virginity should be because you're ready, not just mentally but physically. Like you're ready. Um, Also because you love Cameron and you feel like he's the right person for you to lose it to. It has to be for the right reasons. Do not do this for anything other than the right reason. Like that's doing it because some little part of the reason you're doing it is because some little dummy is sitting over here teasing you or putting it in your ear like, oh y'all corny for not having sex yet or whatever. Ain't nothing corny about keeping your virginity and not being out here in these streets being loose. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, some of us, I remember I was young when I lost mine, but that's a different story. Um, I'm being a little hypocritical right now because when I lost my virginity, that was because I was being loose. I was out in the streets being fast. But see, I was save that for a whole other video because listen, that was in my hoish days. I mean, I still feel like I'm in my hoe phase right now, but I'm worse now, probably a little bit worse, safe but worse. Um, I'm grown. Don't judge me. So anyway, we all go through some little whole phase if you ain't married first. Hell, even married folks go through a whole phase with their spouse where you want it every day, all day, 4 or 5 times a day till you overdose them. Do your thing. But anyway, yeah, Jocelyn she seemed like she ready for this because she told Trina, she was like, yeah, don't expect me at the dorm tonight. She said, yeah, I'm not gonna be staying at the dorm. She done packed her deodorant and her good underwear. I said, yo, she is ready. Jocelyn said, the hell with that. Tonight's the night. I said, all right now. Don't do something you're gonna regret later. I'm just saying. So anyway, moving on from that. Happy birthday to Elizabeth. They threw her a nice little surprise little birthday party or whatever. Just the kid, just the kids, the family. And here comes Scott, barging up in there, worried about some Lisa. Talking about something, asking Finn, oh, call Anna, find out what she know about Lisa. I need updates. I'm like, sir, there's a birthday party going on here. Do you mind? And there's some good cake over there that I should have been invited to because I want a piece of that cake because that cake looked good as shit. I want some cake. Like, Scott, what is wrong with you? Like, you gonna ask Finn to do this? Call Anna. Finn was like, listen, I'm not calling nobody. Finn was like, we in the middle of a birthday party. I ain't doing that shit today. I ain't got time for that. Like, we having a celebration. Goodbye. And here come Nicholas up in here with his little tired old gift, but I'm pretty sure it's something expensive, so I would take it. Um, even though I don't like Nicholas right about now, I still take a nice little expensive gift because he ain't gonna get you no cheap shit. Him being a prince and all that, and he rich, he gonna get you something exquisite. So I would have took it. Um, I'm glad, that Cameron had Scott at the very least to talk to. I feel bad for him because usually with a situation as delicate as losing your virginity, he would have went to Franco to talk to Franco about this. And it sucks that he doesn't have Franco to talk to. You know what I mean? Because he definitely would have went to him about this. But I'm glad Scott was there, and Scott gave him, a condom and stuff. Thank God. I'm like, better safe than sorry, because we don't need no little babies running around here right about now. And besides, Carly would lose her shit if Jocelyn popped up pregnant. She would go crazy. And her and Liz would have round 2, 3, 4, 5 of their feud. Um, so I'm glad, Scott was there to help him out, give him a little rubber, and send him on his way. Because at the end of the day, Jocelyn and Cameron are young adults. You are not going to talk them out of this. They're going to do what they want to do. I just hope that they don't regret it. But I'm glad, Liz is having a good birthday. Finn gonna take her out and stuff like that. Good for her. She need to. So anyway, moving on from that, Curtis is having a bad night at the Savoy. There's not going to be a live band because apparently the typical live band that he would have at the club got double booked. And Portia had a patient who's, I guess, a part of a band that was going to come and perform. But the patient and the band done backed out because they claim it's because of the mob activity that goes on at the Savoy. Probably because of that shit that happened at the bachelor party at Jason bachelor party when the Peter Novak and his people showed up. And also what happened probably recently with I said Peter Novak, Joey Novak. That's how it's too many names on my brain right about now. But when Joey showed up threatening Carly and stuff, trying to get in her face. So basically it kind of put a stink on the club. And then there's this guy there named Link who appears to be a producer. He claims to be a producer or whatever, talking about he could get them to act or whatever. And come to find out, Marshall set that up. Old dude who's been asking all these questions about Curtis and stuff like that. He's setting it up. I wonder what this old man want with Curtis. Like, I'm really starting to wonder, is that your pappy? or somebody that you know from back in the day. Like, who is this man? Like, maybe we'll find out. You know, when he pops up in the club, maybe we'll find out who he is, because I'm ready to know. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, I totally get where Maxie coming from. Maxie was shocked to find out that Sam and Dante are more than just friends. Like, she was super surprised. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't think that the writers were gonna put Sam and Dante together either. But the more I see of Sam and Dante, the more I'm getting used to them being a potential couple. And I'm actually happy that Sam and Dante are moving on and finding their happiness. Lord knows everybody deserves to be happy, so more power to them. So anyway, moving on from that, Dante ended up bumping into Alexis, and he was surprised that she was out of prison, and she was surprised that he didn't get notified because he technically was her victim. You know, she did stab him, so she was surprised that the parole board or whoever didn't notify him that she was getting released. Um, Alexis still feels like she needs to be back in prison. Like, Dante was like, no, she don't. Dante feels like, you know what she did to him was a complete accident. He never held a grudge against her for it, and he felt like she paid for her crimes enough. So all is forgotten in his world. Like, he feels like, bygones are bygones. I'm not mad at you. Because Dante did speak up for her at the trial, so I'm glad that he's not holding any grudges against her, because he feels like she already took accountability for her actions. And I do agree. Like, I'm just a little nervous for Alexis because she's 9 months sober. So I'm a little nervous for her to be back on the outside, because any little thing might just trigger her to drink again. So hopefully she calls Harmony and they, have a little night out and they talk, and maybe Harmony could be that vice for her not to drink. Harmony could talk her out of that. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, Nicholas done bumped into Trina and asking her questions about Spencer and if she was responsible for Spencer basically cutting him off and cutting them, the family money off. And she basically just told Nicholas, like, I encouraged him to be his own man, which is true, as he should be. But Nicholas wants her to talk to Spencer and basically try to get through to him or whatever. No, absolutely not. Trina should not talk to Spencer and try to get through to him. Spencer made up his mind, and if he wants to go back to Nicholas and go back to the family money, that has to be on him. It shouldn't be anything that Trina should say. I don't think she should backpedal on anything that she told Spencer to do. Honestly, Nicholas needs to just sit back and let his son do his thing. He's a young adult. Let him find his way. And if he needs your help and he decides to come back on his own, then you help him or do what you want to do. Until then, let him figure his life out on his own accord. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.